New Year's Eve Party by Colton Dennis. Oh, it's that one day of the year. Actually, it's the last day of the year, New Year's Eve, where we come together with friends and family to party like it's the last day of the year. Who wrote this stuff? Anyway, before the guests arrive, the host comes home from a hard day of work, collapses onto their couch, then sighs, then says, and quote, "Thank God the day is over and I'm home," and quote. But then as the host goes to close their eyes, they quickly open them and realize, today's New Year's Eve, the last day of the year, and right before Christmas. You agreed to have a party at your apartment, which is a mess, because you haven't cleaned up since Christmas Day. So, the host quickly gets changed, then cleans their living room, does the dishes, then mops the floor. Actually, he just used the water from the dishes they cleaned, because he rushed through them. Now that the apartment is now cleaned, the host then realizes they need to get food for the party. So, the host opens their refrigerator door, then sees nothing inside it that they could make, because everything would take too long. So, the host just quickly orders up some pizza, wings, and makes a quick order for a delivery of some groceries. So now the host pays the delivery man. But right before the delivery man leaves, he says to the host, and quote, "Must be running late on getting food for your party, huh?" and quote. So, the host slams the door in the delivery man's face. Now, the host sets out all the food. Now it's going for 5:30. The guests will be here at any minute. So, the host quickly runs down towards the closet, pulls out some New Year's Eve decorations, then quickly puts them up. The doorbell rings. So, the host opens the door and greets their guests, then tells them the food is all hot and ready to eat. So, as the hours pass, a guest asked the host, and quote, where was their date, and quote. So, the host quickly goes through all the numbers he has in his contacts. This is the reason why we still have old partners' numbers. So, the host calls and calls up old partners, until he gets to the one that had last-minute plans. A half-hour later, your old partner shows up at the door. The host is happy to see them, because now he has someone to kiss at midnight. Until you and your old partner remember why you broke up in the first place, like forgetting their birthday or accidentally sleeping with their sibling. So, now, your partner leaves the party. So, the host goes to the next best thing, alcohol. And now the host is drinking a lot, so they could forget. They become the life of the party. Now, as the ball drops into the new year. So, the host wakes up the next morning laying on the floor of their apartment with a very massive hangover. So, they get up and start the coffee maker for the whole day. The host pulls out their cell phone, then goes onto their Facebook profile. There they see a video of themselves at their party, dancing, drinking and wooing loudly. The host smiles happily, because they think it's funny, until in the video, the host vomits onto a guest. The guest screams. Then the guest's partner punches you in the video. Then the host falls onto the floor. The host puts their hand onto their face, groans, looks into their reflection and sees a black and blue mark over their eye. So, that ends another year for our host. And hopefully this year, they decide not to throw another New Year's Eve party as long as they live. Maybe they'll do a Valentine's Day party instead. There's a lot of lonely people in this world. Maybe they'll get lucky. Then the host smiles, drinks a sip of coffee, then burns their tongue. Have a happy new year. From the internet. Comedian. The end.